Hello, everybody. Welcome to another iDaph podcast. We're excited that you are here. Let me just take a second to introduce everybody. First, we have Daphne, our founder and fearless leader. Next, we have Amy Silvers. She is an avid runner and quite possibly the most organized person on earth. Last, but certainly not least, we have Allison. She is an endurance runner as well, and she loves it when I do this. But if you have some of our merch, whether it's a t-shirt or a medal, Allison most likely designed it. So that's our team. And we are going to jump right into the Jump Off Rock Event Guide podcast. We're super excited about this event. We hope that you're getting pumped up as well. And so let's start with Daphne. Just tell us a little bit about some of the partners that made this event possible.
Yeah, so our presenting sponsors, we have two of them. For the half marathon, it's Hunter Subaru, and then the 10K is UNC Health Pardee. Both of them are huge supporters of health and fitness in our community, and we're so grateful to have both of them on board with this huge event that's in Hendersonville each year. Really excited about having them. And then our charity partners are the YMCA of Hendersonville. We are raising money for their swim programs again for underprivileged kids that can't afford swim lessons. Also, the school programs in Hendersonville, they send their kids in elementary school, and each of the elementary schools takes their kids to the Y. So it supports that program to teach the kids swim lessons while they're in elementary school. It's awesome. Blue Ridge Humane Society, we all love our furry friends, or most people do. And so they are back again. We're accepting pet donations for them. We have a list of them on our event guide. We'd love for people to bring those. Our goal is to collect 100 pet-related items at packet pickup in the race for them. So this can be dog food, cans of dog food, leashes, kitty litter, cat food, you name it, dog toys. They can use it all for their adoption center. And yes, please bring those. And then Friends of Laurel Park, they have a concert actually the evening of Jump Off Rock at the top of Jump Off Rock. So if you're staying in town or if you're local, it's free. You can go up to the top of Jump Off and enjoy a live concert the evening of the event. And so they are an integral part of the Laurel Park section of this race. So grateful for them. And then just grateful for the city of Hendersonville. They are so supportive. The whole community is of this event. And so we're just so grateful and thankful for them. So yeah.
Awesome.
Blue Ridge Humane Society is excited to once again serve as a community partner for the Jump Off Rock Half Marathon and 10K. We will have volunteers assisting with race day operations and would love to meet you after the race or at the pre-race expo. Good luck and congrats to all the runners participating.
Yeah, we are so fortunate to have great partners. It really makes everything run smoothly and makes for an amazing event. So jumping right in, all of you are familiar with this race. You're all runners and have done the course before. So I thought we would start with what would be your advice or your pro tip for somebody that's either doing this event again or it's their first time. Amy, let's start with you.
Okay. I actually ran the half marathon course for the first time 2 weeks ago, I think, with Allison and a couple other friends. And that was the first time I had ever been to Jump Off Rock. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous. I've lived here my whole life and never been up there. The 10K course is the one I've run every year. It actually is my favorite 10K course, and it holds my current PR from a couple years ago. Pro tip, keep your head up and your eyes open and enjoy the scenery because it's beautiful. We had 4 deer that ran out in front of us when we ran it a couple weeks ago. The lake, the scenery, the mountain views, just downtown, being able to run through downtown. Just the whole thing is just an amazing experience from start to finish. So keep your head up and those eyes open and take in every moment.
Awesome. And how about you, Allison? What do you think?
I was going to say something similar, but I think that the course is gorgeous and it's so much fun. It's scenic and it rolls at the top and off jump off rock. Some people would think it just like bellows down, but it rolls. So just be prepared for that, but also just look at where you're going and take in the scenery. I haven't done it on race day before, but I can just imagine the downtown finish would feel so awesome as a runner coming through downtown and having the people line the streets and all the businesses, and it feels like spring, and hopefully it's a beautiful day, but just taking the mountain views at the top and look forward to that downtown finish. I think if you keep that like really energetic finish in the back of your mind of that's what I'm looking forward to going for, it gives you a little bit of motivation around mile 7 or 8 where you're starting to trail off.
Awesome. And what do you think, Daphne? What's your favorite or your pro tip?
I think just from a race organization standpoint, logistics, community, all of that stuff, this event always seems to give me just the tingles because I feel like the downtown businesses, the community, the neighborhoods, each section on the course, everybody's wrapping the race in their arms and welcoming them. And they're so excited and happy that they're here and they're in Hendersonville, whether they're local or from out of town. And we just feel that. We feel that as a race organization. And it's so nice to have that as the runners come into Hendersonville for the packet pickup and the artisan market, and just to be able to see, hey, they want us here and they're rolling out the red carpet for us. And I really feel this is a great event to showcase Hendersonville and the community here.
Yes, absolutely. So jumping right into kind of the first aspect of the race, we have something new this year. We've got our race expo and artisan market, which is also going to serve as the packet pickup. Allison, why don't you tell us a little bit about what people can expect when they are showing up in Hendersonville or getting ready to race?
Yeah, this is going to be a really fun new part of the Jump Off Rock experience. If you picked up your packet at the Continuum last year on Friday, you got a sneak peek of it, but we're making it bigger and better this year. And what's super awesome, like Daphne said, is the city of Hendersonville is so supportive of events and this race. And so the whole street is going to be shut down and on Friday. And we're partnering with Blue Ridge Artisan Market. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I said that. Blue Ridge Artisan Market. And they're bringing tons of vendors, whether it's jewelry or just different, like a soap company. I'm looking at the list now. A candle company, tons of different artists, an awesome popcorn company, just lots of different pottery, all kinds of things. And it'll be a fun shopping experience, artisan market. Come pick up your packet. We're going to have our custom swag there. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry about that. But we're going to have custom swag. The new finisher shirts will be printed on demand there. So make sure to grab your finisher shirt. We have some new hoodies available, some tank tops for the spring. And so lots of different things to pick up from us and from tons of local artists. And it's Mother's Day weekend. And so I am planning on saving my Mother's Day shopping for Friday and just going to pick it up there.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think it's going to be such a nice addition this year. It's from 2 to 7 on Friday, so the hours are longer than what we had last year. And yeah, I think it's going to be a perfect chance to shop for yourself and shop for your mothers in your life or even your friends for gifts for the summer. So this is stuff that's made locally here in Hendersonville and Western North Carolina. So it's the stuff to take with you and to share with others. So yeah, it should be really fun.
Yeah. And going back to the finisher shirts, I worked the finisher shirt table at the Asheville Marathon. And I will tell you, people were sad when they showed up and we had sold out of finisher shirts. So if you all want finisher shirts, You can see them on the website, on the event guide. They're awesome. Make sure you pre-order those, because once at the expo, once we run out of shirts, we run out. We can order it for you and send it afterwards. But if you really want that for at the race, which I think once you see them, you will, just make sure you pre-order it between now and the race day, so we can have it waiting for you and you can just pick it up.
Yep.
So then moving into the race itself, this race, if you haven't done it, is a little different in the fact that they're both point-to-point races. Daphne, why don't you walk us through like start locations, shuttles, and any other tips for people to have a successful race?
Yeah, this race I created during COVID. Believe it or not, most events were all falling apart and not happening. And I was like, how can we have a socially distanced event in 2020 following the North Carolina state orders for how many people you can have an event? And a woman in Hendersonville always had a dream of having a race that started at the top of Jump Off. She told me about it, and I said, you know what? This would be a perfect time to do it, because we can socially distance people at the top of Jump Off. That's where they start for the half, and then you finish in downtown Hendersonville. So there's plenty of space in between. The race caught on, and here we are several years later. It's point to point. So where you start is not where you finish. And that's the same for the half and the 10K. The half marathon, highly recommend just for stress-free morning that you just jump on the shuttle bus. It's free. It's at the First Baptist overflow lots off of Fifth Avenue in Hendersonville. There's plenty of parking there. There's parking on the streets. I would suggest you just hop in that bus and have it take you to the top of Jump Off Rock. If you have a car, a vehicle, a person who wants to take you up there, that's fine. But they can't hang out. There's no parking, and they really can't get close to the start line. So you still have to walk down to the start area. The best place for your spectator people to see you is actually on the course or at the finish line in downtown. That's my suggestion for the half start. The 10K start is at the YMCA in Hendersonville, and it starts at 9. And it is a mass start race, so we start right at 9 o'clock for that one. The half, I think I forgot to mention, has a rolling start for 15 minutes, 7:30 to 7:45. After that 7:45 mark, that's it. There's no more starts for that event. And we do that 15-minute window really to help with the shuttles and getting everybody up there and stuff, and just space people out so everyone's not clogging some of those areas up that are so beautiful as you come down Laurel Park area. So the 10K at the Y, it's also the location of one of the water stations for the half. And so it's a pretty happening and exciting place to be. I'll be honest. Last year, it was just this wall of cheering and fun and enthusiasm. And yeah, so the half's going through the Y on the route, and the 10K starts there at 9. And then let's see, what else? Shuttles for the 10K. You can hop on the shuttle for the 10K from the parking lot at the First Baptist overflow lot. However, it's really only a couple blocks away to get to the Y. If you just want to walk over there, you can do that. But the closest parking is the Pardee Cancer Center across the street for the 10K. That's easy peasy if you want to do that. And all of this is somewhat close to downtown Hendersonville. It's not super far away where you feel like you need to get a Lyft or an Uber to get you around. And if you look online, we have all the maps of where the start is, the finish, the parking, all of those things. So it should answer any of those questions you have. And yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I would encourage you guys, especially because the packet pickup on Friday does have extended hours. You have all the time in the world on Friday evening to grab dinner downtown Hendersonville and like orient yourself with where everything's going to be, where your parking spot is and where the finish line is. We have so many people that cross the finish line and are like, now where's my car? Because they just don't really know where they are. So orient yourself with downtown Hendersonville. It's not really complicated. It's very square blocks, unlike downtown Asheville. And it's very easy to get around and walk, but you do just have to figure it out. And it is only like 3 blocks from each other, all the different places, but just figure it out before race day and it'll take a lot of the stress out of race morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you're directionally challenged like I am, you can just drop a pin at your car and then you'll know how to get back to it.
Exactly.
Right, exactly. Use your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. The other thing I would say too is your race number, you're either having that shipped or you're picking it up on Friday at the bib pickup. And if for some reason, if something happens and you can't be there to pick that up on Friday, we will have some bibs at the 10K start area as well as the half start area. But just know if you wait to get that bib, then your shirt is up for grabs essentially. And we can't promise that you're going to get the size that you ordered. So I would highly recommend that you come or you send somebody on Friday to get your stuff for you, just so you can have that full experience. And if you did opt in to have your stuff shipped to you, you can still come on Friday to the market and to the expo. In fact, we highly suggest that you do because it's a big part of this race. And if you're in town or you're arriving at 5 o'clock, just scoot on over and come check it out. We don't want you to miss out on that.
Yeah, I've also found from other expos, it's just a great way to alleviate some of those pre-race jitters. You can talk to other racers. The whole iDaph team will be there. So if you think of any questions while you're looking through the event guide or the maps or the downtown area, we'd be happy to help and talk to you and just get you pumped up for race day. So yeah, that going from the start into the race. Amy, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of those details? Maybe like, are there water stations? What's the course like? What should people know once they start the race?
Yes. So the course has a really nice flow. Like I said, we ran it a couple weeks ago. A really nice flow. You get to run on roads that you typically wouldn't be on. Like I said, I've lived here my whole life and never been to Jump Off Rock. So I was excited to be able to run in that area. The course is very well marked. We always have yard signs, route arrows on the ground, spray paint. We have course marshals. Just have to worry about getting lost as long as you've got that head up and you're paying attention. We do have the water stations. We have Untapped energy gels and Maple Aid hydration. We'll have Gatorade and we'll have jam bars at each of those. And of course, always porta potties at those water stations or public restrooms, whichever nearby. The half marathon water stations are 4.5 miles, 4.5, 7.5, 9.5, and 11.5. So you got 4 good opportunities there to stay fueled up and hydrated. And the 10K water stations are at mile 2 and mile 4.5. And good options there. Water, of course, will always be there, but yeah. Headphones, if you wear your AirPods, your earbuds, whatever you listen to your music, just keep it down low so that you can hear traffic. The roads are open to traffic. You'll want to keep that down low and be able to hear at the intersections, the course marshals, the law enforcement officers. You'll want to hear direction and make sure you're being safe. And of course, our photographers, we have 2 here, our favorite, wonderful photographers, Justin and Allison will be on. Justin's going to be, you'll see him in multiple places all over the course. Pink shirt, probably a pink hat, neon pink. Look for that neon pink iDaph hat and shirt, either shirt or sweatshirt, depending on whether it's chilly and you'll see Allison at the finish line. So make sure you're doing your jumps and your thumbs up and your funny faces. And we really like the great photos that you guys have been giving us. Anything goes. So we're excited to see all that. So be sure you keep your eyes open for them. And then personal thoughts from running the course, like I said, it's beautiful. Just enjoy it. Take it all in and enjoy it. Rolling, it's the 10K especially is a rolling course. Both courses have a net elevation loss. There is some hills and some gain, but net loss, beautiful courses, both of them. Just enjoy it.
That's awesome. Yeah. And of course, make sure you smile. I always do my best not to take your picture when you're running uphill because those smiles just aren't as great. So
imagine that.
Look for the pink shirts. So participants, they're going to cross the finish line downtown. I know you all touched on that a little, like the energy and just the cool area and way to finish. Daphne, why don't you tell us a little bit about what that finish experiences and what people can expect once they walk or run across that line?
Yeah, we'll have vendors there greeting you as you finish. We have Hendersonville Community Co-op that will be there with snacks and drinks, and we'll have yoga and massage with those wonderful post-race massages. So get signed up for those. We have Maggie Band. They will be there entertaining and playing their awesome tunes. And then we have just a slew of other folks who will be there in that finish area. It's a great place for the spectators to hang out as well. The downtown shops will be open, so you can go get coffee. There's a discount card that we'll put in the goodie bags so you can look on the map and see which businesses are participating with the race, and most all of them on that card are offering some sort of a discount or free doggy bones at the WAG. So you'll definitely want to take advantage of that. You just have to take your race number in after the race and show it to them and redeem it for those things. We are having the awards ceremony this year at the Ocklawaha Brewery, which is on First Avenue. That's different than what we've done before. But since the post-race party is happening really over in that area, that's where we're going to do the awards. They have live music over there as well. They are going to try to have their kitchen open too to order food over there. And there's a free beer ticket that's on your race number, and it's good only for race day for 21 and older. And you can redeem it there at that brewery on race day. So take advantage of that as well.
And that's just a short walk from the finish line. It's all right downtown. It's just a very awesome vibe when you finish. Of course, the street is closed and everyone's just hanging out and it feels good. So my encouragement would definitely just be to plan on hanging out for a little bit. It's just a fun area to be in. And oh yeah, of course, I forgot to mention, we did mention it, but Allison is at the finish area snapping pics. We have a awesome DJ there, and they'll be reminding you to smile when you cross that finish line. People love getting those pictures, and it's just one more reminder that, yeah, we will be taking your photo. So throw those hands up and celebrate.
I think one other vendor real quick to highlight is Black Dog Flowers will be there. And that will be also a really awesome vendor if you want to grab a bouquet of flowers for your person finishing or your mom later that afternoon too. But they have the most beautiful bouquets and they'll be there selling those at the finish line. And they make just such a nice memento for the week to remember your accomplishment. And if you're not having if the energy of downtown doesn't motivate you to get across the finish line, the 9 a.m. beer should. Just picture that and get on across the finish.
That's
Yeah.
Awesome. We covered a lot in this podcast. I think. Thank you all for sticking in. Of course, if there's something that we missed and it's causing you to worry or you just really need to know, you can always reach out to us anytime. support@iDaph.net. We would be happy to answer any questions that we missed out. Make sure you check out the event guide. It's very thorough. It's got a lot of information. You could save the link on your mobile device because it's got links to all those maps in those areas that we referenced earlier. You could save those in your maps. That would be important too. But I guess before we go, I'll give each of you a chance. If there's something that we missed out or something fun or inspiring that you guys want to leave our participants with, let's go with Allison.
Oh my goodness. I just think I really that was really on the spot, Justin.
Yeah, that's what it was intended to be.
I just keep your eyes up and be like, I think just inspiring wise, like when things get hard, remind yourself you're running a half marathon, you're running a 10K. Like it's not something that someone else, that the average person does every day. And so remind yourself you're doing something really hard and it should feel hard, but it should be really fun too. And stay in the moment of, I'm running a half marathon right now. This is awesome. Let's go do this thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that was pretty amazing for catching you off guard.
Oh,
All right. What do you think, Amy?
I agree. Runners, there is something special about a community of runners. Whether you're in it for this is your first time or you're going for a PR or whatever, there's going to be somebody on the course that's in the same boat as you are. Either first time, they're going for a PR, they're just there to enjoy the race, just to have fun. Almost, I say probably 9 out of 10 times that I run a race, I end up beside somebody that's the same pace as I am. We end up connecting, talking. The race is over before you know it. Just there's a camaraderie amongst runners that's no other. And just this is a good time to revel in that and take it in while you're enjoying the beautiful course.
Awesome. And what about you, Daph?
Yeah, I think there's a few things that come to mind. First of all, a race is typically a milestone for people, and that's what makes it so special is you've worked towards this goal and it's an achievement. And I think that I know we all have different journeys that take us to the start line and then to the finish line. And sometimes things might not unfold the way you want them to, or maybe you're tearing it up out there and you didn't expect it. But I think as you go through those like dips and valleys along the way, when I was racing, if I was just smiling and encouraging other people as I was going along, it made me feel better. So even if I was suffering and I just pulled out a thumbs up to somebody who was coming the other way, like it just lifts you up. So I think we see that all the time in our races, but I think it's worth mentioning because everybody typically goes through some sort of a low spot during an event. And so just encourage each other and it'll help you feel better. The other thing I want to say too is we love all abilities to attend our events. And so it's not just about the people who are the fastest and who win. I know it's called a race, but we're out there with you. If you are jogging, walking, doing a combination of both, you're still important to us and we value you and the journey that you're on as well. If you get to race weekend or race week and you're just freaking out and you're like, I wanted to be ready for this half and I'm not ready, we have a 10K and there is no shame in dropping down from a half to a 10K if you feel like you're not ready. And you can come back again and do the half later. So I think sometimes we get stuck and, okay, we have to do that half, we signed up for it. And then sometimes you might not even show up because you're not ready. I would just say, feel free to switch your entry to the 10K if you need to. Amy can help take care of that for you. Even if you get your bib in the mail, we can swap that out for you, but give yourself grace if you're not ready, but we'll be there waiting for you.
That's awesome. I appreciate you all joining me and giving all these great insights to our participants. And thank you, everybody, for listening. We're super excited for the Jump Off Rock Half Marathon and 10K presented by Hunter Subaru and UNC Health Pardee. And we will see you soon.
Awesome. Bye.
Thank you.